Yo, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you guys 9 ways that I use to pre-box people in arena, as well as just box people. There's going to be common tips in here as well as advanced tips, but pretty much how this is going to work is I'm going to show you the move literally in creative. That's going to be the first step, 1 through 9. After that, I'm going to show you real clips of me in arena and break them down step by step so you guys get the exact mindset and the thought process that's going through my head as I'm trying to box people. I'm not here to waste any time, so without further ado, don't forget to use code KenBeans in the item shop. Check out KenBeans.store, link down below, and let's hop in. The first thing that you should be doing in creative is learning how to high wall literally every time you side jump. No matter what you do in this game, every time you side jump, just look to high wall just like this. In my opinion, this is the best move to practice because right after you can go in some cone tarts just like this, and then you can try and trap people in a box right here. If you side jump 9 times out of 10, the enemy is going to be somewhat around this box. So if you just throw cones and extend them out 1 box ahead, more than likely you might get them in your box. That move right there is something I use a lot in arena. One simple move that a lot of people may know already if you've been on Fortnite for a while. All it is whenever you're going off for height like this, just learn to do high walls with a stair above your head. You would take this move in a direction to your right and then go out for cones this way. You can continue going forward and then move to the left. And last but not least, another variation you can pull off this move is to simply just do the high wall thing again. And then when you flip the stair this way, you can go for a wall, go for a box just like that. Some of these things are going to be really advanced, but to be honest with you, if you're looking to box people, you need to practice this regardless. If you're semi-new to the game, boxing people is not going to come that easy at first. Speaking of, one of the simplest ways to kind of trap someone in a box is to simply learn how to cone tart, but like this with 2 cones ahead of you. So notice how I'm in 1 box, but the second I come out of it, I'm doing 2 cones ahead of me and then placing the wall. Strategies like this, whenever you're trying to learn how to box people, is going to be super important so you can extend your reach even further in box fights. If you're struggling doing the cone thing, don't forget that you probably want to use double movement. And if you do use double movement, make sure that you're extending your time on the ramp, or the cone I should say, all the way around like this. So the second I edit out this thing, I'm going to run all the way around, place the 2 cones, then the wall like this. And that'll give you more time to edit through and place those 2 cones. One of the best ways that I see a lot of pros boxing people nowadays is a move that I saw originated from FaZe Martas. I'm not sure if this was from him, if he's the one that created it or not, but I seen it on his YouTube channel. I started using this a lot in my arena fights, and it's just a simple fact. Whenever someone gets coned, they're going to drop down below the box. Realizing when someone's going to drop down in a box is probably one of the most important ways to box someone. So for example, if I'm box fighting a guy in this brick box, one thing I might do is if he has nothing inside, I'm just going to straight up run and place a stair in his box. That's a little phase stair technique that's been used a lot in Fortnite recently. Regardless of that, the second you get that in there, they're gonna more than likely go down. So what you need to do is just look down at this steep direction and then make a window edit, box them, and then, you know, they'll literally drop down here, boom, shot. If you're not that good at placing stairs inside people's boxes, no worries, because if you're ever above elevation just like this, they have nothing in there, you could just look down right here, boom, cone in the box. You can drop down and then just cone over, boom, boom, shot like that. Just remember that this move is literally whenever you cone someone and they're in the cone like this. Obviously, it's not going to work the other way around. Another simple, kind of easy way to box someone up that not a lot of people talk about. For the sake of me not having anyone in my creative, I'm just going to demonstrate this like the walls being pre-fired. So whenever you shoot someone and then build right away, if you crack them, they're going to be chilling outside this box and they might back up if you shoot them and they see the wall isn't theirs. From now on, whenever you pre-fire someone, you shoot them, you should look to stuff a stair in their face. That way you can full piece them up just like this, and then you can edit on them with a right hand peek. This involves a lot of reading, but if you shoot someone, you edit open real quick, box them up, and then go for another shot just like that. In arena especially, that's a really good way to get someone who's super aggressive off your box. You just got to play it right so you're deep enough into the box where if you stare that person off, they're going to be underneath the stair and not morph through it. One of the most realistic type of ways to box someone up is whenever you're doing a 180 just like this, usually you're going to place a stair over here and you might follow it up with a wall. Regardless of that, let's just say you take it 1 step further and you get this double ramp over someone. Usually you might go with the walls just like this. You're going to flip the stair, go for a window edit, and then full piece them just like this behind this stair, and then you can go boom for a shot. So in fast motion, you're just going to go over them like this. You're going to ramp this way, box, shot. That is a very realistic type of way to piece someone up really quickly, especially in a build fight. One of the most simplistic ways to box someone up quickly as possible, because this one might be a little well known. All it involves is whenever you're attacking someone's box from the bottom, just look to place a cone inside their box, full piece it up on the bottom just like this. So by the time you wall replace both of these, you'll edit open the whole thing, they'll drop, and then you'll get a shot just like that, and you'll be right behind this right hand peak as well. A really common mistake is that after someone gets shot, what they do, right, they box up in 2 boxes just like this. But notice how not a lot of people sometimes, but not a lot of people place the wall in between that, right? This is really situational because sometimes they might have cones on top, but sometimes they don't. So if you could literally just fall down, jump right in the box, right? you look to place the wall first. And then after that, you go for a Mongrel Classic or whatever behind the right hand peak and get the kill. This is a really fast way to clean up fights, especially if someone's camping in their 1x2. To break it down in a little bit more of a simplistic way, let's say I'm on the other side of this box and I'm not jumping in from the top, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read them. And if they're playing in the other box, I'm just going to look in this direction and then I'm just going to shove a wall in their face. And then I'm going to go for cone slide or piece control or whatever and just go for a kill. If you're looking to piece someone up and end the fight quickly, that's got to be the best way to do it. Like I said, really situational. Something really common is a lot of times people will just camp on height and they'll be above a cone just like this, right? So if I'm the person down below, what I'm going to do is I'm going to side jump and then I'm going to run and immediately window edit to place a cone, run to the bottom left, boom, boom, like that. Learning how to side jump, just quickly place a cone, box, boom, boom. That's a really good way to box someone up in arena. There's obviously a lot of ways to box people up in real games. So what I'm going to do now is run through some realistic examples of actual clips. That way you guys can know exactly how to box people in real games. I'm going to take the face cam off so you guys can get a better understanding and kind of see more what's on the screen. The second I see someone edit out in almost any direction, I'll always try to place a wall and then follow up with a cone. When he got stuck on my cone, I realized that he was trying to break out. What I did was hold the cone here so that he would be trapped underneath it. Not only once I did that, but twice, and then I edited him down and get a shot behind a right hand peak. Now I'm playing off what he's doing and I'm trying to chase him. To get full boxes on people, what I do is look to where they're going so I can shove a cone in their face. That way they jump into it just like this guy did right here. This is one of the moves I was talking about in creative. Remember the thing with the P90 where I said if you fall in someone's box, you want to get the wall first? This was a similar situation. So when this guy was falling, I got both the top pieces, and when I went through the box, I saw he didn't have a wall. So getting that wall is almost a guaranteed move for piece control because he's not going to know what's going on. When someone creates a full box really quickly, if you can jump in and claim a wall just like I did right here, it's going to be easy kills. Here's another example of when I got in the box and I instantly look to place the wall, and then I follow up by placing cones extra further away, like more than one box away. I shoot the guy, get the wall again, and then I follow up with even more cones. Sometimes you don't always need a full piece, people, but what I do here is just place the cone underneath this guy's box, just like I was talking about in a previous example in creative. The second I do that, I keep the pressure up by pickaxing the wall, then I exploit in, but notice how I placed the stair after the wall was already one shot, so he can't predict me jumping in quick enough. To get full boxes on people, what you see me do is do a double edit here. I go for a wall and I try and place a cone through that wall, but I choked the whole thing and whiffed and this tree got in my way. So right here, I got some pretty good piece control and I got the wall first. I would have been better off trying to do cones first and then the wall. That way I could do a nice right hand peek without worrying about placing the cone. Because I placed the cone second, I was so worried about placing the cone that I edited open this entire wall. Then I got shot and it was a really bad situation, but I ended up clutching up. The thought process was there, but the execution could have been a little bit better. So look, I'm trying to box this guy, and what do? I get the wall after I shoot him, right? I build. I get the wall, and then I look to go for a full box afterwards. Once I cracked this guy, all I had to do was read him and just see where he was gonna go next. I put the pressure on him, and then the second he goes up this stair, what I do is edit open, place a cone, and now he's done. I did high walls here 2 times in a row, and this is the reason why I not only got hype, but was able to crack this guy. Just like I talked about in creative, doing high walls whenever you do a side jump is the move to get piece control and box people. I tried to double edit on this guy and claim the walls behind him after I cracked him, but I screwed up my crosshair placement and we ended up both falling, but I got the kill. If you want to learn how to pre-box people and box people up like this, just remember whenever you're in a build fight and you get a cone on someone, that they always go behind them to leave the box. It's a weird thing that people do, but it always happens. The second you see me place this cone on this guy, I instantly go to piece control the back because that's more than likely the spot that people go to. It's just how it is. Then I spray through his builds and get the kill. Even though I didn't get the kill here, I believe I talked about both of these moves in creative. They actually helped me in my arena fights. The first one is learning how to do cone 90. In this particular situation, I was able to conserve mats and also keep myself protected. The next move I'm talking about is doing the high walls with the stair above your head and then editing out the right side just like this. This guy in particular was a guy who was spamming a lot of random builds. That's why he got this floor above my head. But most of the time this move does work. I just don't have a specific clip to show you. Point being though is that I want to show you guys that I use these moves in arena so you know that I'm not lying. So I'm trying to box Captain America over here, and what I do the second I have this wall on him and I see that he places a stair, I instantly go to place a cone above him and full box him in. This first stair edit was really optimal, and you see how I jumped and then on the way down I was not only able to reset it, but I switched the edit to the left side. Then I jump up again to go for a right hand peek and reset the wall. This next edit was really trash. I should have done a window edit here though. A lot of me boxing and pre-boxing people is all about getting the wall right after you shoot. The second I shoot this guy, I instantly place a wall in front of me and then go with cones up and down. That's how like 99% of my boxes come. I missed a whole lot of shots. It happens to the best of us, but I got the kill anyway. I'm gonna be honest with you, gaining piece control is almost kind of the same same thing as boxing people up. This guy got stared off. I flipped the stare at it and then reset the wall to go for a right hand peek behind a window edit. I reviewed this clip in a previous video, but just notice how I'm following where this guy is running to instead of boxing the spot that he's already at. So the thought process is that this guy is on the run and I want to claim builds about where he's going to go to instead of trying to edit walls that I already have builds on, if that makes sense. That's what next level boxing looks like. When you start to box people in the direction they're going, instead of trying to do edits on the wall that you already have, that's when you're going to realize that your game is getting to that next level. Here's an example of me boxing people as I'm falling, but what I'm doing is looking down at a really steep direction so I can place the walls one tile below me. This allows me to go in, get cones up and down, finish up with the walls, and then get the kill eventually. The second I see a guy's above my box, what I do is I high wall, window edit, and then place a cone above him so he can't go up another layer. You just gotta realize that they're looking to escape. Even though I have piece control on this guy, I'm gonna look to where he might go to next. So what I do is I pre-box the wall to his left, and then I end up getting a nice shot on him. So once I crack him, instead of trying to go for a full box, what I do is claim the wall that he's gonna go to again to his left. The goal is to not worry about the full box. It should be to worry about where they're gonna go to next and how they can escape so you can claim that piece control and get that box. If I was able to get this cone above this guy as well, this piece control would have been nuts. So look, here's a situation where I crack another guy, and what do? Instead of trying to go for a full box, I look to where he might run to next. So I claim the wall to my right, knowing that this guy might fall into this box. He doesn't do that, so I just run through and piece control the other box and get the kill. Here's an awkward situation where I got stairs above this guy's ramp. Remember that I told you that a lot of people always go backwards? So what I did was claim the wall that was behind him. That way I can edit open and go for some cones and then get a shot. How I got 2 shots on this guy was that once I did the first shot, I reset, make a window edit, and place a cone because I know he's gonna jump up. The fastest way out of that box for that guy would be to go up, but I predicted that and placed the cone. It's been your man KenBeans, and if you guys actually like this video, don't forget to actually like the video. Shout out to everyone on the screen right now using code KenBeans in the item shop. I appreciate you guys so much. You already know. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or a good night. Peace.